All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ting Open. We are in game number 2 of this first best of 3 today. Spawning in the upper right side of Dusk Towers, it's going to be the orange Terran, Beastyqt.
In the bottom left, as the purple Protoss, he's GunGFuBanDa.
And also, this is, I think, one of the first times we're 20 minutes into the stream. 26 minutes, excuse me. And we already have 2,000 viewers tuning in. There's a lot of people who want to see some StarCraft, so good morning to everybody. If you're skipping on work, if you're on your lunch break, or you just don't have anything to do today but watch StarCraft, thank you for tuning in. You're an awesome person.
Thank you.
Last game, I'm like, it's like 50-50 on calling that a build order win. Because if Beastie had kept those Widow Mines at home, and as you said, if GunGFuBanDa had never had his economy interrupted, that may have been a very different game entirely. But whether it was a little bit luck or a little bit precision, either way, it worked out really, really well for Beastyqt.
Yeah, it certainly did. That is definitely another two Protoss situations right now that I really want to see what happens if you know they don't get attacked, basically, which is a lot to hope for. One, Night End is Colossus, man, and I guess
Jeez.
Who was doing the Colossus the last game too? Like yesterday too. Someone else was. I forget. Shit. But like now we have two Protosses who are going Colossus late game versus Liberators, and it seems to be doing okay.
It was Mana.
Okay, what? Yeah, that's what I was gonna guess, but I totally forgot. Anyways, and then also GunGFuBanDa's 2-base 7-gate like Adept all in turning into a 3rd base. Like I really want to see that build work out without a Widow Mine drop. But Widow Mine drops are coming back into style. I mean, they have been for a while. They were originally like, I guess when beta first came out, everyone just knew the build, so they were being used, and then everyone said they weren't that great because Mothership Core had a bunch of energy and blah blah blah. Now they're pretty good again. So. GunGfu can't just hope he won't see that again.
Yeah. It's worth noting, too, just in case anyone doesn't know either of these players, one of the reasons we jumped into this match pretty quick is because last year GunGFuBanDa, of course, playing in WCS for a couple of seasons, Beastie, while falling off for HOTS, looked fantastic in Legacy of the Void, and still does, frankly. He's still one of my favorite Terrans to cast. Might not be doing innovative, say, Ghost Rush builds, but he does evolve the game very differently, referencing being most of his late game play versus sort of in others recents. He was one of the few guys making a couple of Thors, though, actually, versus Zerg as well. So, again, Beastie plays a little bit different, and ever since he had that 1-base tank all-in back in, like, the end of Wings of Liberty, he's been one of my favorite Terran masterminds.
Yeah. Really glad that Beastyqt came back, I guess, you know, talking about that. He was so good in Legacy of the Void beta. He was really cool. He was, you know, trying to figure out Terran when Terran was having trouble. Then he left. He just like disappeared, and now he's back.
Yeah, one of the other things too, Beastie, just speaking of beta, HOTS, he was an awesome king of beta there as well. He was beating out some Chinese and Korean players actually, and I remember this HOTS beta tournament. He ended up winning this computer that was worth like $2,500 or something. I think that was the only prize. I don't know if there's cash, but the point was like, Beastie in betas has always been a fantastic player, and I would hope at some point we figure out, or he figures it at least, what that thing is that stops him from being a good live release player.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that phrases that very poorly because that's not accurate at all. He's a good player. He's just not winning tournaments. This is how the difference needs to be made.
Yeah. It is that Widow Mine drop again. I mean, this is off 2 bases. It's not like the 1-1-1 follow-up that we saw in Heart of the Swarm, so there is a little more production, and I'm guessing that's just back on the back of Legacy of the Void mineral economy, but it is still a Widow Mine drop. And now GunGFuBanDa is not going for an Adept attack. He went for kind of a hard counter to drops. Now, it's hard to say a hard counter because sometimes the Phoenix just isn't there. Like, sometimes it misses the medevac and it misses the pickup, and suddenly you have to wait for an Oracle, and it's actually very annoying. But if the air is actually there to meet a drop, if you know the drop is incoming, then it does just shut it down. Shut it down.
Yeah. I mean, even something simple as scooping up the Widow Mine before it burrows with the Graviton Beam, but GunGFuBanDa, is he not paying attention once again? No, the stacking of the probes!
Dang.
11 workers die! The Oracle tried to get some damage elsewhere, but the Marines were in the mineral line, so 2 SCVs die for... Actually, getting the medevac is not bad to help bridge this gap, but 11 probes dying is still painful.
And all the lost mining time, because, you know, you kind of... I don't know, like... Protoss can be really good at timing out the Widowmine, but sometimes just not paying attention, and you're like, was that 5 seconds or 2 seconds? Like, so he does pull entirely to third base, which is pretty safe and pretty convenient, honestly. But that is the other benefit of going for the Stargate. At least you're guaranteed to kill. Oh, he missed the Widowmine.
No, he couldn't reach it. Beastie did something really cool there where he split them far enough that the Revelation would not have reached both.
Yeah.
Not unless it was like by 1 pixel, which is really hard to hit. So hopefully GunGFu's realized this. Now the nice thing about taking a faster third, this kind of comes into play when there's Liberators and such being dicks as well. You know, you don't have to mine off this base because you have another one to mine off of. That Widowmine though may end up getting forgotten about. Depends. Obviously he's pretty focused on it right now, and in the next 10 seconds he's looking to hit a Revelation.
Yeah. I'm worried that he's going to be so focused on the Widowmine that he doesn't defend the main push.
Actually, he's got no information about this push coming either, so there's only a couple pylons out here.
Yeah. Beastyqt could just, like... Does he have stim? Yeah, because Combat Chids is on the way. So he could just stim in there, potentially get the Mothership Core, only have to deal with 1 Photon Overcharge, and...
Yeah, there we go.
Or
Takes
0
out that
Photon
Mothership Core.
Overcharges.
Oh, God. Now the Liberator set up really nicely, too. That's just going to be game. That's just going to be the series. GG!
Dang.
Beastyqt will take a very smooth 2-0.
Very smooth.